All right, we're moving on to Stephen Yarger. Yes? I think I got these guys out of order. That is Stephen Yarger. Stephen Yarger is from Trulia. This is a real estate app. And what are they giving you mics back there now?
Yeah, we're trading them off right here in the back.
Now, I'd give somebody all my drink tickets if they would bring me a glass of water. Do you notice we forgot to bring water? All right, tell us about Trulia. Why you sit down.
We're Trulia. We do real estate search apps. We are on iPad, Android, and iPhone. We did bring a little video that we'll roll up here to show you in a little bit. But we're really excited to talk about some of the stuff we're doing recently. We've had releases on iPad and Android specifically we're really focusing on. We have some great experiences on the iPad. We focus on using the large visual immersive screen. So we have a large map view. We do heat maps and really visual ways to look at data that we think work really well on iPad.
Sorry, Stephen, I just started your time.
Okay.
So deep map views on the iPad, that makes a lot of sense for a real estate app. You want to see your video? Were you trying to cue your video? Jimmy, if you could cue it, Trulia's video, please. There we go.
So this is a video for our iPad app. You'll see what I'm talking about. We really focus on using the large view of the iPad. You can do all the normal real estate search things by price, filter by bedrooms, whatever you might want when you're looking for a house to buy or an apartment to rent. We also provide all the experience all the data that you have, the rich, deep Trulia data that you have on our website. We are bringing it to mobile. You see here somebody choosing filters, and they'll do a search, and you can see how well we lay it out on the iPad screen.
So you're driving around on Sunday, and you can look at this stuff.
Exactly. You can do open houses. You can filter by foreclosures, any type of properties you're looking for. You can look at the pictures. So iPad obviously is a great visual experience. So here you can see we look through all the pictures, and then when you're interested, you contact the agent and go look at the property. What we also do that we think is really cool is we have heat maps.
Heat maps.
So if you look, what we're doing here, this is a visual way which works really well on the iPad to look at data. So average listing price, you see here where in a city, for example, house prices are higher or lower. And we're going to be really innovating on this feature as well, coming out with new sorts of heat maps and ways that really use the iPad canvas to show you real estate data. We also are the only app that brings in external data, such as here you see Yelp, restaurant reviews, and banks and things like that.
That's your big differentiator, is the Yelp integration.
Exactly, Gina. Yeah, we really think that's important when you're looking for real estate or an apartment, that you really want to see this kind of stuff. And our competitors don't do that very well. So
yeah, who are your competitors?
So we compete with a couple of other big real estate search sites, but we think we have the best experience in general. So. In lack of questions, I'm open for questions. You're open for questions? Yeah.
When did it come out? What are the platforms? Are you not developing for Windows Phone stuff?
So far, I wanted to talk about our Android app a little bit as well. So far, we're iPad, iPhone. We are Android as well. On Android specifically, we are making a really strong push. Our app has been featured for 5 of the past 7 weeks since it launched, essentially, in the Google Android market.
Congratulations.
And it was purely engineering innovation project that we had some engineers who were really into Android, and they built the app. It's a great experience. So we are all behind it, and it's doing great.
Yeah, how's that work? From a developer standpoint, a number of people I interviewed, I talked to all these guys before the show, and they were saying that if you look at the Android and the iOS version of the app, it's surprisingly similar. Numbers-wise, you're not getting huge more hits from the iOS side.
In terms of downloads, Android, we really see Android taking off. We've been on iPhone. We were the first real estate app on iPhone. We were out about 3 years ago, but we've had huge success on Android recently. Growth is growing week by week in double digits, and we have a great engineering team that's really doing it. One thing I want to make sure I mention is that we are recruiting big time at Trulia.
That's right.
So if you are a talented mobile developer or a web developer, we're recruiting mobile engineers, front-end engineers, back-end engineers. We're also recruiting business analytics, QA, anything you want. Go to trulia.com/jobs.
Anything you want?
Any function in a modern
You
internet
need a lot of
company,
employees.
We need people, so
what is it? Did you just raise a bunch of money and now you've got money to pay people?
The company's just doing really well. We're ramping up and we are excited about the future. So we're hiring for growth.
All right. Any people looking for a job here? I have a question from Nancy. Hi, Nancy. Good question. Who do you source your data from, and how do you keep it current?
That is a great question. So that's one of Trulia's secret sauces. We have built up strong relationships with real estate data providers. It's a pretty fractured, data environment if you know anything about where real estate data comes from. But one of the things that Trulia has done really well is acquire and aggregate that data and present it in friendly ways, such as mobile apps or on our website as well. So we have a lot of long-term relationships that we've built up that help us get the data.
Did that answer your question, Nancy? Are you MLS based?
Some of them are MLS based. We use other sources as well. Yep.
Yeah, I knew that was the real question. So it's MLS and proprietary stuff that you can't talk about.
Exactly.
Yeah. All right, now we get the gist of it. Any more questions? You got a minute 30. I've got a question. So you started Trulia. I mean, I imagine, like, I'm an app developer. I'm going to start a real estate company. I mean, there's so many real estate sites out there. How'd you raise so much money?
Well,
I mean, can you say how much you raised?
The company started about 5 years ago,
yeah.
and they raised in the neighborhood of 30 million. They raised so recently there hasn't been a big raise. There hasn't needed to be a big raise, but they raised the money early, and they've done really well. And we're really doing well, even with the housing market, quite frankly, not doing great the past couple of years. Trulia has really been growing. If you look at some of our
maybe because people are searching on your foreclosures.
Yeah, exactly. People are thinking, you know, I want to. Maybe if they can't move, they want to move, and they're looking, and we provide them great information, so they love our site.
Yeah, I thought it was so interesting because I asked every one of the developers, how can the audience help you? You can ask him one question and they can help you, and he said, I need talent, I need developers, I need all kinds of employees, and so yeah, theoretically, your next team is right here in this room.
Yeah, we have dedicated engineering innovation time where a lot of these features come out of, and we're building a great team. So come join us.
All right, you've got 20 seconds left. Is there anything you want to add, or you did this to me on the phone too? We talked for 4 minutes. So you were like, that's it.
Download our apps. Let us know what you think. We're really interested to hear what you say. We absolutely respond to user feedback. We watch our comments and I monitor the feedback emails. So let us know what you think. And if you're a good engineer or analytics person or marketer, come apply.
And where are you based?
We're in Soma. You're right. I should say that. We're here in San Francisco.
And
we're
you
in
can
Soma.
live in San Francisco. You don't have to move to Boston or Canada.
Live right in the middle of it.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Well, thank you very much. You hit your time. Turn my volume off.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah. Trulia. Trulia.
Yes,
right.
Thanks, Gina.
Yes. Thank you very much. That was very good.